Hi, Amber here, and for today's foundational yoga practice, we're going to be doing a practice for empowering and uplifting ourselves. So if maybe you're feeling a little low energy, or you're just feeling a little down, or even a little depressed, this might be a good little quick pick-me-up for you. So we're going to come to our mats. Today, optional props, you could use like a blanket or a block if you want to, but in general there aren't really any props that are required for today's practice, so you don't have to have anything unless you know that you're someone who would like to. And we're just going to go ahead and get started by standing at the top of your mat in your mountain pose. So feet close together or hip width apart. Root down through the soles of both of your feet as you lengthen up through the crown of your head. And just allow your shoulders to relax down and back away from your ears. And just start to connect to your breath here. So breathing in and out through your nose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in and out, and just try your best to stay with this breath. As you find this steady breath, really find that steady footing, rooting down, grounded through the soles of both your feet while the crown of your head lengthens up. Find that really good, sturdy, grounded posture here on mountain pose. Feeling sturdy, strong, confident, and capable in our mountain pose. Finding that steady ground here. Even amidst things maybe feel a little shaky around us, maybe feeling like there's a lot of changes or uncertainty, just finding a place of stability within this mountain pose. With your really good posture, your upright spine, navel drawn in a little bit, shoulders relaxed down and back. Take another breath here. And then inhale, reach your arms out to the side and sweep them up overhead. And stretch your fingertips up as high as you can. Really lengthen your fingertips up. And then exhale your hands down to your heart. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, reach your arms out, up and over. And exhale. This time fold forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. So your knees might be a little bent here. Try to keep your ankles, knees, and hips stacked. If you fold forward, any amount's fine. Hands may or may not touch the floor here. Breathe. And then start to bend your knees however much you need to place your hands on the floor beside your feet, fingers spread wide, and begin to step one foot back followed by the other as you lift your hips up to find a downward facing dog, forming the upside down V with your body. This very well could be the first downward dog of your day, so check in, maybe walk it out a little bit, shake your head loose a little bit, side to side, front and back, any little stretches or movements that feel good to you here. Optionally, you can stay here. Maybe you lift your right leg up, 3-leg downward dog. Just really stretch that leg back. Feel a line of energy through that leg. And then exhale, lower down. And if you did that side, then inhale, other side. Lift your left leg up, stretch it back. And exhale, release it back down. One more breath in. And then exhale, lower your knees. And sink your seat to your heels, child's pose. Any variation, knees can be close together or apart. You might stretch your arms out in front. You might form a pillow with your hands. And just take a couple breaths here, breathing in and out. And just knowing that you are always welcome to return back to this child's pose at any time. So again, taking back the power of your own practice. So this is your time and you can control how you want your practice to go. And then from here, begin to shift forward, back to coming to your tabletop, coming to your hands and knees, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, and then just start to lower a little bit at a time, all the way down to your stomach. Gently lower down to your stomach. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Shoulders roll down and back. Try to really squeeze your shoulder blades together as you lift your chest up, coming into just a little cobra here. You can go a little higher if you want, or you can stay down low. Take one more breath in, just notice how it feels. Opening up through your chest. And exhale, release, lower back down, and press back. Brief child's pose. And then curl your toes under, come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale to bend your knees. Inhale, gently step or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana once again. Press down to your feet. Inhale, slowly roll it up to standing. Sweep your arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Pause for a moment here. Find your mountain pose, arms to the side. Breathe. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead again. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. This time, inhale, look up, lengthen your spine. Take your hands to your shins or your waist. Crown of your head lengthens forward with a flat back. And then exhale, fold, breathe. What feels uplifting and empowering to you? What things in your life do you still have control over? You might not always be able to control what happens around us, but we might be able to control some of our reaction to those things. From here, bend your knees enough to place your hands on the floor beside your feet. Inhale, step your right foot back. We're going to come into a low lunge. Left knee over your ankle. Exhale, lower that knee. You can always put a blanket or something underneath that knee if you'd like. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Lift it up through your chest. You're going to reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, send your left arm overhead, shoulders stacked, coming to a twisted lunge. And exhale, hand back to the earth. Now curl your back toes, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale to bend your knees. Inhale, step or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to standing. Make your way up. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Breathe. Check in with yourself. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead again. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up to your flat back. Exhale to fold. This time, inhale, step your left foot back. Find your low lunge. Exhale, knee down. And right knee stacked right over your ankle. Press down to that front foot. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Maybe even shift your hips a little bit forward here as you lift up through your chest. Reach your fingertips up. Take one more big breath in. And exhale, hands down to the earth. This time, inhale, right arm reaches up. Twisted lunge. Maybe you look out ahead or up towards your fingertips. Exhale, hand back down. Inhale, curl your back toes under. Lift your back knee. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, step or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to standing. Sweep your arms overhead. And exhale, palms to heart center. Breathe in. Breathe out your mountain pose. What are you choosing for yourself? How are you choosing to take care of yourself right now? Maybe you do have control over the inputs you take in, what you're eating, how you're fueling your body, who you're surrounding yourself with, what you're choosing to watch or listen to. How is that affecting your mood? What might you be able to choose that would be perhaps a more uplifting choice and make you feel good? And then for mountain pose, just release your arms down to the side for a moment. Take your hands to your waist. And then start to step your right foot back behind you. You want to put your right toes out about 45-degree angles. Just a little bit out to the side here, but not all the way. And you want some space between your feet here so that you have some stability. Take your hands to your waist. Check that both your hips are level and facing forward. So you need to kind of bring that right hip back in line with the left. And start to put a bend in that front knee. So again, so it's stacked right over your ankle. If you look down, you should be able to see at least your first and second toe. And inhale, sweep your arms overhead, warrior one. Feel both your feet rooted down, grounded towards earth. Find the stability of the pose. Recognize your own power, your own strength. Finding the courage to face whatever comes your way. Knowing that you've got this. And think about all the times in the past that you've been presented with a challenge and that you persevered, that you've made your way through. Inhale one more time, maybe lift a little higher. Exhale, release your arms down to the side, straighten that front leg and step back up. Reconnect, mountain pose. Take your hands to your waist again. This time we'll step your left foot back, toes out 45 degrees, hips level and facing forward as you bend that front knee. And when you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms overhead, finding that warrior one, your Virabhadrasana A, if you want to be fancy about it. And step in, tap into your own power, your own abilities, your own energy. Take one more breath in. And exhale, release your arms down, straighten your front leg, step back up to mountain pose. Breathe for a moment here. One more time, inhale, sweep your arms overhead. And exhale, palms to heart center. And breathe. And then from here, we're going to step out to a wide leg stance. So whichever side you want to go here, it doesn't really matter for what we're going to do. Both toes are, you can start with them facing forward, although I'm going to show you how you take your toes just a little bit off to the side. That'll be helpful for a lot of us, but not all the way. Again, check that your hips are still level and facing forward. Legs are straight and strong. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, take your arms straight out, up towards the sky, out to the side. So forming a star shape is our star pose. Take a breath in. And then exhale, start to bend your knees and sink your seat down. So if you notice your knees coming forward like this, that's not really good for your knees. So you want to draw your knees back so that they're over your feet. So kind of use your inner thighs, engage your leg muscles to make that happen. You can sink down any amount's fine. Chest is still lifted. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, take your arms out to a cactus and try to really open your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. You can step into your power goddess pose, feel your strength. And then press down to your feet. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, sink back into it. This is one of my favorite go-to power poses for when I get up and I just mean business, like I'm ready to take charge of my life and do the best that I can. Inhale, come back up. All we could ever do is the best that we can, right? And then exhale one more time, sink into your goddess. And we'll just take about 3 breaths here. You've got it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Steady with your breath. One more breath. Feel your legs working, feel alive. Inhale, come back up, and this time come back to your star pose. Really lengthen your legs down, really lengthen your fingertips out, arms up to your star pose. Remembering you are the star of your own story. And we all can shine on in our own ways. So just take one more breath in here. Your star pose. Maybe even look up towards the sky or the ceiling if you want. And then exhale, hands to your heart. You can stay here or step your feet together, whatever feels good to you. Just take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, big sigh out through your mouth. Any tension, any stress that isn't working for you. Let's do it one more time. Big breath in through your nose. And let go of the negativity, the frustration, the doubt. Just let it go and step into your own energy, your own good energy, your own power. Know that you can come back to this practice or anything that feels uplifting or empowering to you at any time. Even if it's just listening to a really upbeat song or calling a friend that always makes you feel good. And so I'm going to pass the torch on to you from here. I do recommend taking at least 5 minutes and just lying in Shavasana. Or if you have a little more time, maybe you practice a balancing pose or do some core work, even to kind of ignite the inner fire, whatever's feeling good to you. And if this is all the time that you have right now, you can just take another moment here with your breath, inviting positive energy into your day, acknowledging yourself, and taking a moment of gratitude towards yourself for taking the time to come to your mat and do this good work. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name's Amber. This is Foundational Yoga, and I will be back to see you next week. Take care. Bye.